All right, this is the Real Estate Boss, and this gig is all about getting your residential real estate videos onto the first page of Google, and our journey begins at YouTube. Now, why YouTube? To begin with, YouTube is free. Second of all, YouTube is owned by Google, so if you do YouTube right, Google can and will reward you with a first page listing. Now, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what is your target? Because if you know what your target is, you can hit it. In this case, I have chosen to target the Continuum condominiums on South Beach. Now, these are condos that range in price for $35 million for a penthouse to a respectable low of $895,000 for a cabana. Now, there are two towers here. There's the North Tower and the South Tower. For this example, we're going to target the South Tower. Now, another reason that I chose the Continuum South Tower is that it has a $35 million listing there. So clearly, that's going to be a very competitive niche to go after, a very desirable niche to go after. I mean, who wouldn't want to sell a $35 million penthouse? So if I can get a real estate video onto the first page of Google for condos that range from $35 million to $895,000, then you can get your videos onto the first page of Google. And realize this doesn't just work for condos on South Beach. This also works for ranches in Texas and beach homes in Hawaii. But in any case, I live in Miami, so I have chosen Miami Beach condominiums. From here, we're going to go to the Google keyword tool, and you'll find this by Googling keyword tool. And your first hit is going to be the tool. So let's go there. And I'm going to do the following searches: condos for sale, Miami Beach condos for sale, and Continuum South Tower. Now let's go ahead and search this. And according to Google, condos for sale is searched 1,220,000 times per month. Now you would think, wow, that's fantastic. Let's go after that. That's a lot of views. The trouble with that is that, first of all, that's going to be a very competitive niche to go after. Second of all, people that are searching condos for sale, they're not necessarily your buyers. I mean, that's a very generic search. So somebody who's searching condos for sale is almost definitely not searching Continuum South Tower. Now let's drill down a little further into the rabbit hole, and we'll search for Miami Beach condos for sale. A little more relevant search. Why? Because Continuum South Tower is condominiums on Miami Beach. And according to Google, that is searched 5,400 times per month. But again, high level competition, and it's too generic. People who are searching Miami Beach condos for sale, those aren't necessarily buyers who are ready to go right now. So who is ready to go right now? Well, somebody who searches Continuum South Tower, that buyer knows what they want, and that's a buyer that's ready to go right now. And that is searched 170 times per month. Now, not a very high search volume, but it is very targeted. And that's what we're going after. We want targeted searches. Why? Because the more relevant the search is to what it is that you're selling, the more likely that you're going to sell it. So from here, let's go to the first page of Google. Ooh, excuse me. Let me hit back in my browser here. And I did a search for Continuum South Tower, and the very top listing, well, it's one of my videos. And remember, these are condos that range from $35 million to $895,000 for just a cabana. And I'm on, look, and I'll verify this, I'm on the first page of Google at the very top of the page. Now, I've shown you what can be done. Let me show you how we're going to do it. Okay, so here I am at my other YouTube channel, Miami Video Boss. That's me. Now, the way that Google reads your video is from top to bottom. And realize this, they don't actually read your video. Not yet anyways. I mean, they might one day develop technology where they can actually read the videos. But for now, all they can read is from top to bottom, your description, your title, your description, and your tags. Let's begin with the description. Now notice that my description is Continuum South Tower and then that agent's phone number. And please don't call that agent unless you plan on buying a $35 million penthouse. Now, this is important to note here, that the most important part about your video is the title. So it's important you title this right. Now notice what's missing. I didn't put Continuum South Tower, gorgeous tutu with ocean views and pretty girls in bikinis and blah, blah, blah. Why? Because all that blah, blah, blah confuses the search engines. When you put all that extra blah, blah, blah in, the search engines don't know how to rank you. So my point is, don't treat your video title like a classified ad where you try to just cram as much as you can in there. No, don't do that. You want to keep your message as tight as possible. And the message is here, Continuum South Tower, and then the agent's phone number. You can't get any tighter than that. And that's why my video was on the first page of Google at the very top of the page. Now let's take a look at the description. Let me go ahead and open this up for you. Okay, now notice that my video description begins with Continuum South Tower and the agent's phone number. Why? Because the search engines are going to read your description from top to bottom, and the first thing you want them reading is your keywords. Now, something that I would change here, I would add actually, is at the very bottom of the video, I forgot to do this. Put my keywords in one more time, and I can actually get rid of the phone number. And why is that? Well, when the search engines come in here to read this description, the first thing they're going to see is my keywords, and the last thing, my keywords. Now, notice in the tags, all I have in there is Continuum South Tower, and that's in quotation marks. Why? It's because if I don't use quotation marks, the search engines are going to read it as 3 different words, and I don't want it read as words. I want it read as a search phrase, Continuum South Tower. Now, you may have seen other people's videos where they've got just like 500 different tags in there, and they think, wow, I'll rank for all these different tags. No, you won't. What you're doing is you're diluting your message. Now, you may show up in 500 different searches on page 10, but all it guarantees is that nobody's going to see your video. Whereas with my video, I have one tag, Continuum South Tower. And guess what? Google has awarded me with a first page listing, top of the page. And that, my friends, is how we get your videos onto the first page of Google, and hopefully at the very top like mine. But there's no guarantee of that. But if you follow this system, you can and you will get onto the first page of Google. Now, not all of you are selling Continuum South Tower condos. So you might have some questions now about how you would actually title your video. Well, let's say that you were in Texas. Okay, I'm gonna just get rid of this title here and I'll do it all here. Let's say that you were in Texas and there's a neighborhood called Texas Ranch Homes. Well, you would just title this Texas Ranch Homes, right? And then your phone number. Then I would copy the Texas Ranch Homes and I would paste it into my description here, Texas Ranch Homes. I'd finish it off with Texas Ranch Homes, and in my description, I would also put Texas Ranch Homes. But let's say that instead of Texas Ranch Homes, and that would be the name of the neighborhood, okay? So you'd put Texas Ranch Homes and just your phone number. But let's say that you're selling beachfront homes in Nepali, and the name of the neighborhood is called Nepali Coast. So I would put Nepali Coast, oops, typo there, homes for sale. And I'd put homes for sale because Nepali Coast is actually a place in Hawaii, so it might be a little bit confusing. So I would put Nepali Coast, homes for sale, and the same thing. I would copy and paste this. I would copy that, and I would paste it right into here, and I would finish my video description like that, and then I would come into the tags, and all in quotation marks, Nepali Coast, homes for sale. And that is how you're going to get your real estate video. Doesn't matter what part of the country you're in. That's how you're going to get it onto the first page of Google. This is The Real Estate Boss, and I'll see you on the next video.